The first pull on these miniature bowls is always such a satisfying moment, as due to how little clay is in these, you can practically grasp and lift it all up in one motion. This is one of a batch of small bowls like this I made the other day. They're pots thrown with a thick wad of clay in the base. This way I can trim them to have tall feet, and with all that extra material in the bottom, it makes them much easier to lift off the wheel, even when thrown with thin walls and a delicate, indented rim. In fact, I think when you create some kind of indent or groove around the top of a pot, it helps the vessel to hold its shape throughout the drying process and even when it's fired, which is helpful as these pots are trimmed to be as light as a feather, but so far they've held up really well, despite being fired to close to cone 11. I press in really firmly with my knuckle towards the bottom, but after the indentation has been made, I'm no longer pinching the clay, I'm just lifting it up with my hands kept in the same position, and with my left hand's index finger kept pressed against the rim to nullify any slight undulations that appear, to keep the rim even and flat. With the rough shape thrown, my focus shifts onto tidying up the interior form and making sure the curve is just right. And if this means the exterior is a bit scruffy or the shape isn't perfect, that's absolutely fine, as all of this will be corrected at the leather hard stage, when the outside walls are turned to be more angular and the tall, pedestal-like foot is formed. Some of these shapes only really work on a smaller scale, as there's so little weight in them they won't distort or slump in the reduction firing. Yet if I made them with much more clay and trimmed them to have the same sort of foot, I've got no doubt they would distort during the firing.